What if I told you getting breast cancer was the best thing that ever happened to me? Well, that just wouldn't be true. But it did change my life completely. Tonight I could talk to you about what it was like for me to get breast cancer. It was in the summer of 2013. I was 38, a hard-working single mom of 2 amazing young men. Until one day, when I felt a strange knob in my breast. And shortly after, we found out that my right breast was in fact my wrong breast. I turned out to be 1 out of 9 women in Belgium who will get breast cancer during their lifetime, which is about 10,000 women every single year. Who knows someone who has had breast cancer? Yeah. So I could tell you about how I then became a cancer patient, which meant that everything I knew about mastectomy, chemotherapy, radiation treatment, and especially their side effects turned out to be very true for me. And I could elaborate on that by telling you how I lost my long, beautiful curls, my eyebrows, and my eyelashes. But on the upside, I didn't have to shave my legs for months. Sorry, it's a bit heavy to talk. Sorry. Okay, let's focus. I'm sorry, I'm just a little bit nervous standing in front of this massive crowd. I need some help. I'm sorry. Sorry? Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, no. Oh, that's really the nightmare. Sorry, I forget my speech. Can I start over? Yes? Can I go back? Yes, okay, thank you. Thank you. Okay, now act surprised. What if I told you getting breast cancer was the best thing that happened to me? Well, that just wouldn't be true. But it did change my life completely. Tonight, I could talk to you about what it was like for me to get breast cancer. It was in the summer of 2013. I was 38, a hard-working single mom of 2 amazing young men. Sorry. Until one day, when I felt this strange knob in my breast. And shortly after, we found out that my right breast was in fact my wrong breast. So I could now tell you about how I then became a cancer patient, which meant that everything I knew about mastectomy, chemotherapy, radiation treatment, and especially their side effects turned out to be very true for me. And I could elaborate on that by telling you how I lost my long, beautiful curls, my eyelashes, and my eyebrows. But on the upside, it also meant I didn't have to shave my legs for months. But this was just a small break, because truth be told, there was this strange woman looking back at me from my bathroom mirror, with a pale face, dark, puffy eyes, 1 breast and 1 big scar. And she really looked like a freak to me. And sometimes it would even make me cry. I really wondered whether I would ever turn back into myself again. And I also wondered whether I would ever find a man, preferably a cute and funny one, to love me for me. And to all the single people out there, I would like to say that I did find my one true love, a cute and funny one indeed, in my very darkest hour. So it is possible. Yeah. But what I really want to talk to you about tonight is this amazing thing I learned about people. During my treatment, I noticed there were so many people who were eager to help me. They wanted to visit me, they wanted to bring me food, but I could almost never accept their offers because I was either too tired or too sick. And so they asked me, Yamina, what can we do to help you? So I asked them to send me a postcard with a positive message. And they did. Let's have a look at some of the postcards I received. And this was just a small selection of the more than 150 postcards I received during my 5 months' time. Old school postcards can do so much more than emails, text messages, or Facebook messages can. Remember this and take this back home. While my body had worked so hard to get well again, after that, I had my health back. But I also wanted my body back. And it was very clear to me that I would only feel complete again if I had 2 breasts. Because up until then, I was thinking about my chest 24/7, and I wanted that to stop. I wanted to move on with my life. And so I learned about the different possibilities, and I decided that a breast reconstruction with my own soft tissue for my belly was the best option for me. But I also learned that this type of surgery, most of the cost of it, is not covered by my health insurance. This meant that on top of all the medical bills and all the loss of income due to being sick, this would cost me 5,000 euros, money I simply didn't have. And then I remembered all my family and friends. They said, Yamina, we wish there was something we could do for you. I decided it was time to accept their help and ask for it. And so I started to plan a party for my 40th birthday, which wasn't a crisis at all, because I'm sure you understand, after the cancer diagnosis scare, I welcome every single birthday. And so I invited all my family and my friends, and also all their friends who had sent me a postcard. On the invitation for the party, I asked everyone, instead of spending money on a gift, to consider buying me a piece of boob. And they did. So what if I told you this party raised enough money to pay for my surgery? Wow, I was really baffled. And if this was the end of the story, it would already be an amazing one to tell. But I just felt in my heart that this could be a way to help other women who were facing this same injustice. I knew my situation was not unique. Just doing nothing wasn't an option for me. I just had to do something. And so I decided to start up a non-profit organization called Benetit. I had no business experience whatsoever, and I wasn't quite sure how I was going to make this work, but my faith was bigger than my fear. And also, I remember the quote by Pippi Longstocking, and she said, I have never tried that before, so I think I'm definitely sure I will be able to do that. And that's when I came up with innercrowd-funding. Innercrowd-funding is not like regular crowdfunding. It's actually crowdfunding combined with inner circle. So how does it work? First, there is a woman who needs our support. Then we reach out to her family, her friends, her co-workers, her neighbors, and we encourage them to make a donation to pay for the surgery. So anyone who is contacted by Benetit is receiving a message about a woman they know very well, love very much, and really care about. If needed, we add donations from people we received from the network of Benetit. Turns out that people really love to participate in this, which is no wonder, because just think about when you know someone you love is sick or in need, and there seems to be nothing you can do for them on your own. With inner crowdfunding, you actually can do something that is extremely meaningful. And from my own experience, I know that a network is always very grateful to donate for their loved one. Having said all this, it is also true that we are much better at giving support than we are at asking for it. We all really love to help, but we run away from asking for help. And I know it's not easy to do. I really know, because I asked help for myself with my fundraising. I had to overcome shame and embarrassment about my situation. But once I did, it truly turned out to be the greatest gift I could have ever given myself. And it's not even about the surgery. It's not even about the money. It's all about the love. Because by asking, you are giving people around you the opportunity to show you just how much they really care for you. And this is exactly why I am so passionate about inner crowdfunding, rather than just raising funds and pay for hospital bills. Since the startup of Benetiet, we have helped close to 30 women pay for the breast reconstruction they just couldn't afford, but really needed to feel whole and complete again. And very much like the way I raised funds for my breast reconstruction, their funds were raised by their own family and own friends, and sometimes with the help of the network of Benetiet. When I launched inner crowdfunding, it was specifically meant to raise money for breast reconstructions, but inner crowdfunding can actually be used for any type of fundraising. The only thing I ask in return, I invite you all, to shamelessly steal my idea and to put it to work. The only thing I ask in return is that you let me know when you do so on this website. So, getting breast cancer definitely wasn't the best thing that could have happened to me, but it did change my life completely. And it will change many more lives, because just 1 week ago, because while we were raising funds to pay for breast reconstructions, we also lobbied to get a full refunding of this type of surgery. And I am very, very happy to tell you that just 1 week ago, a breakthrough was announced by our Minister of Public Health, Magie de Blok. This means that from now on, women will no longer have to pay for their own breast reconstruction. And I am so very happy that I was able to play a part in that with the work that we do with Benetiet. So, getting breast cancer, one could say that it turned me into the social entrepreneur I even never knew I could be. And it gave me the opportunity to make a change in people's lives, like a change was made in mine. I say adversity shows true character, and I chose that character to be like Wonder Woman. The new type of hero, initially intended to fight, but not with fists and firepower, but with love. Thank you.